here is one. A friend is debating starting, from Ziz. Ziz 62266. Hello, Ziz. Ziz says that a friend of theirs is starting a home yarn knitting business, making instructional videos, creating knitted patterns, and occasionally selling things. Unfortunately, they editorialize, she has this retail mindset where she tries to justify everything with math. Cost of materials, hours spent, money per hour equals the sell price, and assumes that every potential customer will compare her pricing to Walmart. I can't get her to understand that being a freelancer doesn't work like that. Can you explain it better? There's a lot going on in this question. You say, unfortunately, that she has this retail mindset. And frankly, from your layout here, I think that's an excellent mindset to go into starting a business with. And I'm actually it's taking me a little time to figure out what is the thing you want to correct here. Because she is assuming that everyone is comparing her pricing to Walmart, which is absolutely the floor. So that's the lowest that the market can possibly bear, which, given commerce, and the way we're all inculcated with late-stage capitalism, is the best price to have would be the lowest price, right? I get that. So I don't think that's a nonsensical way to start a business. I don't think that's a nonsensical frame within which to start a business, to track your materials and hours spent and dollars per hour and add that into the sale price. The difference between Walmart and your friend, or Walmart and any of us individuals wanting to start a business, is that there's an added aspect of, there's a personal narrative in the object. It was made by a person for you. And that personal aspect can add value, but not to everybody. In Mythbuster story meetings, Jamie used to drive me bananas. And one of the particular ways was she would ask questions that I would be like, here is one. We were plotting doing the Archimedes' Death Ray, and we were getting ready to film with Encinal High School on Alameda, and we were trying to figure out how to aim our mirrors, and we realized that we could put up a net fence that would not block all the light, it would block very little of the light, but allow us to see a sight picture of the beam of our mirror. I think I should explain this just a little more clearly. When you are trying to get a whole bunch of people to aim their mirrors at a same location, it's very difficult for them to see where their shine, even with any more than like 5 people. It's very difficult to figure out which mirror reflection is yours. And so, and you can't just make it a convex mirror because it only has a single focal point. So please stop thinking that way. It's got to be a flat mirror, and you've got to be able to see where it's landing. The solution that I came up with for Archimedes' Death Ray was put up a long fence of netting, and then I can potentially see on the netting my reflection, and then I can see where it overlaps with the thing that I want to hit. And we're in this meeting, and I said, so yeah, Dennis, could you order 200 yards of some white netting? And Jamie said, I think we should get black netting. And I said, really? Because we're trying to see light reflecting off of it. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, more photons are going to bounce off the white fence than the black fence. And Jamie gave me this look, which he delighted in giving occasionally, which was this like, if you say so, but the actual result could be different. And I thought I got to this point of like, are we actually having this discussion that he is debating with me whether something white reflects more photons than something black? And then this thought occurred to my head in that second, which was this: do I have to solve this problem now? Or will the world solve this problem for me later? And the moment I asked that, I realized, oh yeah, we can go ahead and get black fence. And if that turns out to be a problem, we can fix it. I don't have to win this argument right now. And frankly, so what ended up happening is we got out on site, the black fence didn't work at all. We had to paint netting white. Oh my God, I was so mad. But this is the thing here. Sorry, Ziz, you have a lot of judgment about how your friend's mindset is to go into business, but they're debating starting it. So their retail mindset is all abstract. I ask you, how much of their problem do you think you need to solve? Or, like, once they open their business, a lot of how to do it will just become naturally understood. Like, the world will solve this problem once they start selling stuff, hopefully. I mean, but again, I also think that you're diving into an aspect of the creative which adds value. And it sounds to me like you kind of wish your friend would understand that there's potentially more value in bespoke homemade stuff than Walmart stuff. And to that, I'd say absolutely, that is a good thing to hold in your head. But they're already thinking about what their customers are thinking, which is actually a very smart way to go into a business. So Ziz, I'm asking you, is this a problem you have to solve, or can the world solve this problem for you later? I got to tell you, that phrase shifted my relationship with Jamie on its axis, because I realized there was all this stuff that I would rise to and like, he doesn't care. He really barely cared. He likes being he liked being contrarian. And I stopped giving into it around that point. Yeah. Vicky Bligh says, which type of supervisor do you find more frustrating, micromanagers or laissez-faire? Oh, micromanagers. Micromanagers are so tiring. And in the interest of efficiency, they make you take twice as long to do your job. Micromanagers they're working through trauma. That's what I think. Micromanagers are working through some trauma. The job didn't happen correctly, and they feel like they just have to keep an eye on every last little thing, and then it will go okay. The amount of stress being eaten by a micromanager is massive, and boy, do they spread it around. No, I'm much more with the laissez-faire. And I mean, I think when you're talking about this, you're talking about someone who cares too deeply about all the details and someone who does not care enough about all the details. I have certainly had supervisors who didn't even seem to hold the client's wishes in their hearts, and they were difficult to work for. You do want to feel like you're pulling on the same rope. But I submit that there's a lot more room to do that with a laissez-faire supervisor than there is with a micromanager. And all of this begs the most important question, which is to ask, for each of us, to ask ourselves, what kind of manager do you want to be? Is getting the job executed for the client the only thing that matters at all costs? Are there other factors to consider? Is a life-work balance something that you value? These are all questions to ask yourself for the time when you are in a position to hire people and deal with their schedules and know about their lives and what kind of manager do you want to be? I think that it takes way too much energy to be a micromanager. Thank you for watching that video. Are you as sick of the tosses to membership as I am? Good, because here's a brand new one that I recorded today, and it's nice and short. There are 3 tiers to tested membership, and they all offer awesome stuff. Find out about it by clicking the join link below. We'll see you there.